Hello everybody, my name is Wendy Ford from Cash Life Mastery, and today you are joining us for Breaking Barriers in Business, and we talk about blogging and anything business on our Breaking Barriers in Business channel. This is a new YouTube channel, so we'd like to invite you guys to subscribe so you make sure you get notices. And today we're going to be talking about SEO versus social media and how to get the best traffic to your website and your blog. With that said, today, guys, I know that if you've been following me for a while, you know that Chef Katrina normally is with me to co-host. And today, guys, unfortunately, she is off doing important chef stuff, so she will not be joining us today. So you're stuck with me. So today, guys, what we're going to talk about is SEO and social media and how to drive that traffic to your website. So the first thing I want to start off with is the fact that you need your own website. Chef and I always stress this. You need your home base, your own intellectual property, something that no one can take away from you, because if social media happens to ban you or what have you, you always have your own personal website to go back to. And with that said, we always recommend a WordPress site because it has all of the tools and things that you need to grow your business, whereas some of the other platforms just don't. So we can't stress enough to have your own WordPress website when you're building your business. So with that said, guys, what you need to understand first and foremost is, what is SEO? What does this do for me? SEO stands for search engine optimization, and this is basically how Google and the other search engines decide how to place your website or possibly your blog page within their rankings so other people can find you. So if you think about it, it's kind of like a popularity contest, because if you're doing the same thing as somebody else and they have a better ranking with their website, then they're going to get seen and you're not. So everybody's goal is to be on the first, if not the second page of Google. Second page isn't horrible, but you always want to strive for that very first page and the top of the first page. So how do we do this? What does SEO do for me? And that's the question that Chef and I get all the time, is how do I rank? How do people find me? I'm doing all this content, but nobody's coming to my site. So I'm going to try to break this down for you as best I can. The formal definition of SEO is the organic process of getting traffic to your website through natural searches. And what this means is when somebody goes onto Google, for instance, and they type in, something that they're searching for, that's considered a natural search. When your site pops up and they click on that site, then they have found you through the organic process. So if that makes sense, guys, what you want to do is you want to think about, how do you search for things? You always want to think in the mind of your customer. And I want to say this is, when you're starting to write and put content on your website, you always want to think with the end in mind. And what I mean by that is, what are my customers' needs? What are their wants? What are their pains? What do they struggle with? And if you can keep those things in mind before you write something, then you're going to have much better ranking, because you're going to be solving a problem for your customer. You're going to be thinking in the way that they do when they do searches. And so if you're thinking in the mind of your avatar or your customer, then that is going to help you with ranking greatly. Okay, so let's go down to a little bit more about what SEO means and how do we do this within your website. Like I said, people are naturally searching for things, and you want to make sure that when you first start your blog article, for instance, on WordPress, they have what they call headers, which is a H1 header and a H2 header. And this is like your title and your subtitle. H1 is your title, H2 is your subtitle. So what this means is you want to make sure that those titles, and if you use a subtitle, are congruent to the keywords that are within your article. And how do you decide what keywords matter? I'm going to say, for instance, we have a website about homemade pancakes. You know, we'll use something because Chef's not here. We'll talk about food. So if you're going to make homemade pancakes, what would you use as a title? Let's see. For example, if I was going to write a title of a blog article, I might say, how to make the best blueberry pancakes without breaking the bank. Okay. Or I might say, serve homemade blueberry pancakes without using frozen blueberries. Okay. And what this is doing is you want to use the how to and without. So that shows that you're given a desired outcome, the how to, that's your desired outcome, and without is your pain point or struggle that your customer is having. So basically, like I said, you're always thinking about how to solve a problem with your customer. So before you actually write the article, you know, you can have in mind what you're going to write, but before you do, I'd like for you to start with making 3 lists. Your first one is going to be your desired outcome, which is what you want to teach your reader, your customer. So in this case, we're going to teach them how to make homemade pancakes, you know. And then you're going to have another column that's going to show the pain points and the struggles that your customers could have. Like, for instance, maybe they don't know the best frying pan to use, or they don't know the best nonstick oil to use, or, you know, whatever your pain points might be within that article. So make that list. And then the next list would be the language that your customer is going to use. Think about, are you writing to someone who is a beginner, or are you writing to someone who's an intermediate chef, or, you know, someone that's advanced? So you want to think of the different stages that your customer could be in, and what kind of language and words would matter or help them understand what you're trying to tell them. So, you know, if this is an article that's totally for beginners, you want to make sure that you use words that don't overwhelm your reader, because if they become overwhelmed within your article, then they just won't read the rest of it. So think about those 3 columns as you're writing your article, and then try to use those keywords within your article and also within your title and subtitle. So the way I suggest you do this is use a keyword search tool. So you've got your list, your list of pain points, your list of desired outcomes, and your list of languages that your customer may use. And within that, when you're writing the article, you can use that within your title. Just like I said a minute ago, your how to make the best blueberry pancakes without breaking the bank. So the how to was was given the desired outcome, and without breaking the bank was the pain point that the customer may have. You know, maybe it's so expensive to make blueberry pancakes, and you're going to show them how to solve that problem within this blog article. Okay, and then within the blog article, you're going to use language that is addressing, you know, either say a beginner, intermediate, or an advanced chef. Yeah, so that's how you would break that down. Excuse me, I had something flying around the office. So, like I said, the one thing that you're really going to need to do is use those keywords and see what kind of use a keyword search tool and see what kind of a rank the words that you want to have within your blog article are bringing up. There might be other words that you can reword if you use the keyword search tool. You know, blueberry might be replaced with strawberry. You know, if strawberry pancakes are more popular than blueberry, then maybe you want to do your article on how to make strawberry pancakes. I guess you guys get my drift with that. So you can kind of change those keyword search words according to what's pulling up best. And one way that you can get free keyword search tools is to go to Google AdSense. That's one place, and that they have a fantastic tool. You'll have to open up an account on Google AdSense, act like you're going to run an ad. But at the end of this, guys, what you're going to do is you're just not going to run the ad. So you have an open account with AdSense, so anytime you want to go in there and use that free search tool, you can. Another place that I use and I love is SEObook.com. They have a free keyword search tool, and I really enjoy using them. So there's two places right there that you guys can go and get free keyword search tools to help you when you're trying to write your blog. So once you've created the great headline, you want to make sure that, like I said, that first sentence, your headline and your first sentence are kind of almost like a restatement. So you've got your how to make blueberry pancakes without breaking the bank, and then say your first sentence within your article would be, this is how I make blueberry pancakes without breaking the bank every day, or something like that. So it's just basically a restatement of your title, so that way the keyword search keywords that you're going to be searching for are going to show up in your title, but they're also going to be in the first sentence, and that's going to help boost it on Google, because that shows Google that your title and your article are congruent with each other. So another thing that you can do is within your article, you're going to have those keywords that you've searched for within the article, but you don't want to overload it, okay? Because what can happen is the search engines will see you as being spammy. If you're constantly spamming the same word over and over and over again, they'll just basically penalize you for that, and you can actually get blacklisted, and that's certainly something that you don't want to have happen to your website. So I would say within the article, you know, if you have like 2 to 3 keywords that you're using, if those keywords show up 3, 4, 5 times within the article, that's good. You know, you don't want to overload it and look spammy, but you definitely want to make sure that you're using those keywords. So the next thing that can really help you with SEO is to have a great photo, okay? And you want to make sure that this is something that is original. You can go places like canva.com or PicMonkey. You can take and create a photo that kind of goes along, you know, or maybe you take an actual photo of blueberry pancakes that you made, something of that nature, and then go in and you could fancy it up with a little border, a little headline within it, or something like that, or just create something on Canva that looks like a blueberry pancake, or, you know, use your imagination, but try to keep your photos as original as possible. What happens is a lot of people are, you know, stealing content off of Google, and they can figure that out, and they have links within the pictures and things of that nature. So it's basically kind of a negative because you've brought in something that's not original to your content. The other way you can kind of get around this is doing video, just like I'm doing right now, and I'm going to put this within my blog article. And so this is original content that I've created. So, you know, no dings there. That's actually good juice. So just like I said, make sure that you're doing as much original content as possible. Don't be stealing pictures off the website, because that just does not work. There are places that you can go to buy photos. If you're, you know, you're just not a photographer, you can get within sites pretty cheaply, and, you know, even some places offer monthly memberships where you can actually join monthly, and, you know, you can buy as many photos pretty cheap as you need to. So that's definitely an option for those of you who are not, you know, camera friendly, or just have no interest, or, you know, it's just a time factor. So time is money. So if you really need those photos and you just don't want to create them, I definitely suggest going to a paid site that have wonderful pictures out there, and you can usually get them in whatever size you want. So that makes a difference too. So that's a thought for your photo issue. Or, like I said, you can use video, which, you know, I definitely recommend. Really push using video nowadays because it's more popular. People watch it faster. they'll stay more interested and they'll stay with you longer. So video if you can. So the other thing within your blog article that you want to definitely pay attention to is what we call the anchor text. This is the text or the keyword that you're using, and you're going to link that anchor text to whatever you're trying to sell. So for instance, if you are making a article about how to make homemade blueberry pancakes, and then you might want to say, you use the anchor text homemade pancakes, you click that, you put your link in that keyword homemade pancakes, and it takes you to your personal website where maybe you have a video, or maybe you're selling a product about homemade pancakes, or maybe you're selling a product about the best, frying pan to use when you make homemade pancakes, or you're selling a product about the best nonstick oil to use, or the nonstick spray to use when you're making pancakes, whatever. So you want to really pay attention to having that anchor text be something that's relevant to your keyword. So that is really important too, because you wouldn't want to put it on, like say if you wrote a sentence, I make homemade pancakes on Monday. You wouldn't want to put the keyword anchor text on the word Monday. It would be your keyword homemade pancakes. So that is really important to make sure that the anchor text is congruent. So the other thing, guys, that we're going to talk about is social media. How does, once we've got the article written, we've got the anchor text, we've got the photos or the videos, we've got our H1 and H2 headlines, keywords searched, and all that's in place and everything's working great. How do I get some juice from social media? So what you're going to do, guys, is you're going to have a link to your blog article, and you're going to write like maybe a quick little recap on your social media sites, like your Facebook, your Twitter, Google Plus, Instagram, wherever you happen to do that. And then you're going to leave that link to your blog article on those sites. And it's like a lot of people will write these blog articles and then they think, well, I've written it, so everybody's going to come. And that's just not how it works, guys. You got to kind of shout it to the rooftop. So you take this one piece of material and say throughout the week, you focus on trying to drive people back to it so they'll read it, like and comment and share it. And, that's another thing within your blog article. Make sure that you give a call to action. If you enjoyed this, if you got value from it, please like, comment, and share it with your friends, to get people to engage and help you get your information out. So, once you get a large following on your website, maybe you don't have to do this quite as much, but you'll even see the leaders in the industry that are blogging. They're all over social media. Maybe they're only on 1 or 2 platforms, more so now than before they were on all of them, but they're still on social media driving people to their offers through their links and through a blog article. So, that's really how you get people to come. The other way you can get people to come is if you're building an email list. I suggest that anytime you do a new article, that you definitely, email your list. Don't forget to do that, because people will want to know about something that you're doing. But you need to make sure that you've got a targeted audience. And, like for instance, I do social media marketing. So would my customers really be interested in how to make blueberry pancakes? Probably not. So, and if I were writing an article like that, it's not going to be congruent with my avatar, my niche that I'm in, and people were more than likely not going to read it, and they're going to be like, why is she emailing me this? Why am I seeing this on her social media? Has nothing to do with me. So, all of my target market would be social media information, training on how to do social media, training like today. you know, on how to get this SEO and this traffic. So like I said, make sure that whatever you're writing about is congruent with your target market, your niche, your avatar, whatever you like to call it. You know, make sure you're congruent with them, because those are the people that you're solving problems for. And if you're always thinking with the end in mind, and you're always trying to solve a problem for your customer, you know, in the end, you can't go wrong. They're going to, you know, really get to know, like, and trust you. You're going to build a relationship with them. And if you're constantly putting out articles that are solving problems, they're going to love you, and they're going to look forward to what you do. They'll look forward to that email or that post of something new that you put out, because they know they can learn from you. And that's what it's all about, guys, is giving value so people can learn from you. And eventually, with that said, you'll start getting sales, because like I said, you're building that know, like, and trust factor. People are going to go to your links. They're going to see what you're having to offer, what you're using in your business, what you like. And if you like it, they'll like it too, and they'll buy. So guys, that is basically, you know, how to kind of set up your SEO, and how to put it out there on social media, and how to start building that information. And the only other thing, guys, is that we really haven't covered today is backlinks. The one thing that I want to say about backlinks is, you know, make sure that if you're starting to form backlinks for your website, that you use authority websites. So, for instance, you could go to Tumblr, get an account there, be active within that community, and that will start forming some really good backlinks for your website, because they're an authority site. But you can't just go to Tumblr, sign up, and think, oh, okay, now I have a backlink. No, it doesn't work that way. You've got to go there. You've got to be active, you know, like, comment, share, do whatever you can on the site that you choose, to form consistent backlinks, so Google sees this, oh, well, you know, there's not just one backlink, there's lots of backlinks. So this person is active, they're good, let's give them some more juice. Another place that is really good for this is the .edu sites, and also the wiki sites. So you know, do a little research before you start working with another platform to form your backlinks, and make sure that they are an authority site. And guys, if you want some information, you know, if you want more information, you want more education about the SEO, the backlinks, you know, the photos, the social media posting, and things like that, I invite you to come over to Cash Life Mastery on Facebook, and, you know, learn from us. We're there daily, posting information for you guys, doing training, giving you tips and tricks. So definitely join us over there. CashLifeMastery.com is coming soon. My website is almost done, so that is definitely someplace that we will be providing you even more valuable training, and eventually we're going to provide you guys a membership site for social media marketing education. So, you know, stay in contact with me. If you have any questions, just message me over on Cash Life Mastery on Facebook, and I will definitely get back to you. You can also leave a comment or a question here on the YouTube channel, and I'll get back to you there. If you have any questions, you know, just feel free to do that here. Or, like I said, come on over to Cash Life Mastery, leave us a comment there, and, you know, join our community there, and we would love to have you. In the meantime, guys, we are breaking barriers in business. We're here every Tuesday, normally at 12:30. Today we got started a little late because Chef couldn't join us, but we're usually here every day, at 12 o'clock Eastern every Tuesday. So guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll have another blogging topic next week, and it's been great to hang out with you guys. And like I said, any questions, just message me. Talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.